Alicia Powell, and today I'm going to be talking about my career assessment plan for entertainment lawyer. Why I chose entertainment law. I was always interested in copyrights and how that system worked for creatives in the industry. And when I had attended MCC, Meridian Community College, my teacher at the time had brought up the career wants in class, and I did further research on it and found out that entertainment lawyers mostly dealt with copyrights as well as representing artists and creatives, and also negotiating contracts. And I didn't know any of that. I didn't even know entertainment law was a thing. I just thought there was only like the regular lawyer stuff like criminal law, divorce lawyers, so, yeah. But what had really drew me into this career was seeing several larger creatives and artists abusing the system on YouTube called like the copy strike system, where they'll copy strike a smaller channel down if they were using their clips, even if they were doing the or using the fair use law, it would still strike them down. So I felt like this career could help those unfortunate enough to be taken down by these larger creators. Now, these are the requirements to become an entertainment lawyer, like in general, which you'll want to take classes in fields such as English, economics, political science, history, math, and public speaking, as well as earn a bachelor's degree. You also need to take the LSAT exam and obtain a law degree, of course. And it's also best to consider going to a law school that's close to the entertainment hubs like LA, New York City, Las Vegas, Nashville, Atlanta. I'm personally choosing New Orleans because it's the closest one to me, and these cities can offer first-hand experiences and internships as well as a good education. And of course, to practice law, you have to take the bar exam, and you also want to work in entertainment law by choosing any of the entertainment cities that I mentioned as your place of work. Now, because I'm thinking about going to Ole Miss School of Law, these are their requirements, which is an LSAT exam score between 150 to 160. It wasn't really noted in their requirements whenever I had looked on their website. This is like the median range for it. So I just figured it was best to shoot for a score between those two numbers. And also you need to get a bachelor's degree from any regionally or nationally accredited college or university. You also need a minimum of 2 letters of recommendations from professors, as well as a personal statement that includes your academic and your civic accomplishments, and a $40 submission fee and proof of Mississippi residency. Now, this is an evaluation of talent, myself, and these are my strengths and weaknesses. So my strengths as an ISTJ, we're known as the logisticians. We're honest and direct. We're not easily swayed by manipulation, and we have a strong sense of responsibility, and we're calm. All of these are necessary in the field of law because, as I mentioned, somebody's putting their life's work into your hands, and that life's work can be their art, their songs, their books, films, whatever they made. They're putting that into your hands for you to protect them, or help protect them and help keep their rights or whatever. Now, as well as strengths, of course, we have weaknesses. One of those weaknesses we're known as the inspectors. So that can mean like we're seen as insensitive to others' feelings. We're very aloof. These two are my problems: analytical approach to problems and rigid thinking, as well as being stubborn. It's always good to have an analytical approach to problems, but when creative thinking is necessary, it becomes a weakness because you're stuck on only wanting to solve that problem with an analytical way of thinking instead of being innovative or thinking out the box, as they say. So this is a very, very, very strong weakness of mine that I need to continue working on, especially if I want to be a lawyer, because sometimes a little creativity might be needed. So these are my goals that I have listed out here that at the moment, I need to accomplish if I want to become an entertainment attorney. So my long-term objective at the moment is to attain a law degree from Ole Miss School of Law and become an entertainment attorney. My short-term goal right now is to take the LSAT exam by December 2022, because on their website it says that you cannot they only allow submissions or applications for their law school around December. Like that's when the cutoff is. So I wanna hopefully be able to take it at least by that month and year, so I can get in before it's too late. Now, my strategies to complete this goal is to have at least 1 year of studying before taking the exam. So I want to get a hold of the textbook or the prep books, like the LSAT prep book, and take practice exams. And this, by doing this for a year, this will help me determine if this is really the path that I want to take. So I'm going to have to be serious about this. And I also plan on taking some campus tours to Ole Miss, to see how the school is. Hopefully, COVID restrictions, will be uplifted a little, so it won't be virtual, but we'll have to see in the future. My medium-term goal is to apply to Ole Miss School of Law, and my strategies to complete this goal is to register for the LSAT exam. Through LSAT, I can obtain a score between 150 and 160 or higher. I also have to make sure I write up my personal statement in time to submit that and get 2 letters of recommendations from my teachers, and send that along with my LSAT score, proof of residency, and submission fee. Make sure I get that all in before December. And another strategy, which this is going to happen later on, is apply for an internship so I can gain more on hands-on experience. Now, the marketing plan, I had to break this up into 2 sections because I wanted to talk about the creative management tools that I use that I think will be helpful for me on getting into Ole Miss. So the first part is a personal statement, which is also can be about the my personal brand image, which will help me show Ole Miss like why they should choose me into being why they should let me enroll in their school. So my personal statement, as I said, it needs to include academic achievements, extracurricular activities, civic and business awards, and mentioning a personal intellectual interest and talking about challenges or disadvantages that I've overcame. Now, unfortunately, I don't have much for business since I don't have I'm, I don't have a job, and I hope to change that soon in the future. But for my list of academic awards, I'm pretty confident that I have enough to at least get them to consider me. Since as you, since here, I've won the Circle of Excellence accolade from MCC. I've been on their dean list for 2 years at MCC, and I've also gotten the Radio People Scholarship and the Phi Beta Kappa Scholarship. So academic-wise, those awards shows a level of hard work and dedication to education through my academic achievements. Part two, my expertise, another one that I'm severely lacking in and hope to build on, so I have enough to put on my personal statement, is an expertise involves showing your skills to clients or managers in the creative industry, and this is very critical in developing and maintaining the image of your personal brand. And this also helps define who you are in your respective industry. I mean, personally, in the legal field, I only have prior knowledge from MEA 480 legal aspects of MEA. For programs in the media industry, I have knowledge in Adobe Premiere Pro as well as Pro Tools. Since I'm still new in my career choice, I must keep working on building necessary skills to be viewed as worthy, not only to get accepted into Ole Miss, but also to succeed in my law career. So I have to continue working on my skills in order to be able to be worth something in this career. Now, as far as my business framework, right now I'm looking at an LLC, and why really the main pro that I have listed here is that members aren't limited. It's unlimited members. So these can include several individuals, companies, corporations, or even other LLCs. And the structure is similar to partnerships. And the con, though I fear this won't happen to me, but who knows in the future. If a member leaves the company or the company goes bankrupt, the remaining members are responsible for the remaining legal and financial obligations to terminate the business. Now, why I chose an LLC framework is because I'll be surrounded by lawyers with more knowledge in the field, and with their years of experience, they'll be able to help me develop whatever interpersonal and work-related skills I need to be successful in this business, rather if I tried to go at it alone as an independent. And my plan is to work with a firm as an intern and develop necessary skills that will help me with my career. Now, available internships, I feel like because it's still kind of early for me, I wasn't able to find a lot, especially tailored to what I want to do. So I was only able to find two that were really close to where I lived, and one of them is the law office of Christopher Cizetto, pronouncing his name right, in New Orleans, Louisiana. And for him, he wants like interns will be taught how to draft court filings, like notices, petitions, memorandums, and file them in court. Interns will also be shown how to navigate the clerks of court in Louisiana and how to improve their legal research abilities and also gain in-court experience by accompanying attorneys at court. So it was good hands-on experience, but it's not something that will benefit me because it's once again it's not really what I want. It's not the field or specific field that I'm looking to get into, but it's still good hands-on experience if I were to apply for him. So the requirements that he wants is a former or enrolled student in a law school, and if enrolled, at least in your second year of classes, and provide a resume and transcript if requested, and the ability to commute or relocate to Louisiana. So, and the benefits is professional development assistance. Now, the second intern that I was able to find is the law office of Dale Williams at Covington, Louisiana, and he seeks 2-year law students or recent graduates who wants real experience litigating in a U.S. District Court, and they'll be shown what to do and given explanations as to why they're doing what they're doing, and they will be going up against the best lawyers in New Orleans. So this one I'm not really like looking into that well because even when I have found him online, the information that he had, it was like very basic and bare bones. I couldn't really find much for him, so I'm not really focused on his intern, but it's still there. Like it's still an option just in case like the first one that the first one didn't work out. I always have him. But I won't be able to apply for these internships until my second year of law school, which they want, like they require that. So, and that's what I plan on doing. If I find more like law internships at law firms that are more tailored to what I want to do. And my exit strategy is back to my original plan, video editing. If law school doesn't work out for me, I'll go back to my original plan of finding a career in video production and editing, like becoming a director or video producer. And because of my credentials that I hopefully will gain more experience in, at least on the media side, I won't be struggling learning how to operate new programs if the need comes to that. However, I don't want this to happen because law school is a costly and time extensive career. So that's why I'm giving myself one full year to see if this is something I really want to do in case, nothing else works out for me. So yeah, that was my presentation on my career plan as an entertainment lawyer. If there are any questions, comments, or clarifications, leave them in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and yeah,